Hey, what's up, guys? Back for another episode of the Daily Crypto News. As you guys know, I'm vibing. Got my brother with me, Mr. Scott Tripp, aka the Crypto Beast. Just going to take a couple of minutes out of your day as well as ours, just to give you guys a little bit of insight in what we see, what's going on in the market today, as far as some top news articles. It was been a long weekend. We haven't seen you guys since Friday, so appreciate you guys coming back. As you guys know, one of the admins over here at BigONE as well as Asia Blockcast. And I'll let Scott tell a little bit more about himself.
Of course, it's just Scott I work with BigONE most of all, doing the marketing, but I also work with Asia blockchain community as well. I just love this space, you guys. I'm happy to be back for the crypto news. We enjoy this Monday to Friday every week. So I'm excited to be back in this space and talk some news with you.
Yeah, man, we're going to jump right into it today. The first thing I seen really interesting in the news, there's been a lot of, I guess, like speculation about what the market's going to do and like what's going to happen. There's been a lot of speculation about a bull run. So you have a lot of people talking about the bull run coming up, right? But then you can like listen to like some of the billionaires that's out there, right? Or the smartest people in the world. They have like their own like podcast, and you can listen to them as well. And today somebody asked Kevin O'Leary about his portfolio for cryptocurrency. And he said currently that he has 10% of his earning, or 10% of his portfolio or his cash in portfolio, in crypto. So that was like one thing to hear about him, to see like, like him talking about cryptocurrency more and more. And we know that he does something with the NFTs, and he's big into the NFTs, just to see them spend like their money in the crypto. But the funny thing that made that ironic, Scott, it was more than just the 10% that he has in crypto. He said he spends 90% of his time in blockchain technology.
That's interesting. So
if
obviously working on his own blockchain.
In blockchain technologies. So like I would think like for NFTs of blockchain technology, right? So I think he's looking at the innovation of how far smart contracts can go. I think he's trying to be an early pioneer into like, just blockchain technology as a whole.
Also using it in
real his like crowd.
Yeah, he wants it in real world case uses or whatever is what he wants to use it in. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
the more that we get, the better off we're gonna be.
Yeah, no, he was like, I really advise everyone to explore, the platform of NFTs, and like is it really going to be a decentralized experience or not? Like, and that's going to be a choice that you have to make, because you'll be able to have two different, lives on the blockchain, one like a centralized and one decentralized. Almost like kids think about their Facebook versus their Instagram, right? So like, it's gonna be fun, man. Like it's good to see. It's good to hear him talking about not only like having 10% of his portfolio there, but like spending 90% of his time exploring blockchain technologies is the bigger part that I took from that.
Well, and that just means that we're going to see some real innovation in the next little while. If you got a big shark like that, like truly a true shark, the guy invests a ton of money into companies, you're going to see some massive things in the future.
For sure.
My first article, I'll just show you here. Crypto.com co-ops with esports host Twitch rivals for global crypto outreach. The multi-year partnership will see Crypto.com as an official partner of Twitch rivals in the Asia Pacific region, aiming to increase local crypto adoption in the esports landscape. But I think that's one thing, and Andy would agree with me on this one. Esports in Asia is the biggest market I've ever seen. Like, you go walking around in the Philippines, it doesn't matter what areas you're in, you're going to see esports teams walking around, or like flags hanged up for gaming or some kind of like gaming stuff. So I mean, Asia is really into it. Even Taiwan, you'd see the same thing, right? So that just shows you how much bigger esports is than here in Canada, or maybe even the US. So
yeah, man, that's gonna be major. Like, I actually didn't know about that, so that's pretty cool to hear that. And the fact that they're already a big platform in Asia, as long as they keep expanding, that's gonna be major all the way around for them. So that's gonna be big news.
Yeah.
My second article today It was talking about, I think a little bit the other day, like when Andy, he went on TV and he was talking about on that India news station, he was talking about how like global brands was getting involved in NFTs, right? So one of the headlines today, obviously with Cointelegraph, they were like, why are major global brands experimenting with NFTs in the metaverse, right? And it was talking about basically like where did the concept of metaverse come from? And he was talking about in 1992, Neil Stevenson released a science fiction novel called Snow Crash. And that was basically like the start of like where humans were able to interact with each other on a software, like as software agents on this platform, right? So it kind of like got, the metaverse ideal out there. And it was basically saying like the meta, like the big whales and these brands are watching the market cap of metaverse. And right now, the market cap is 148 billion, but they're saying by 2025 it could be a 476 billion-dollar market cap. So obviously these big brands are taking heed and looking at this. They're talking about Coca-Cola, how they have the QR code to scan their, like if you scan their bottles, you can look at their NFTs and collectibles, right? And they also have the same thing. They also have that same thing with Gucci. So like to see Gucci and see Coca-Cola both being like in line to get up and line up as major brands to support NFTs. It just goes to show like where the balance is going to go and how much this industry is going to go.
And that's interesting. Like, I think it was just recently I heard Andy talking about how big the metaverse is going to be. Like, it's the new emerging market. And I think we're just, like you kind of mentioned, we're seeing the beginning phases of it. We're so new into the idea of a metaverse. Even if you log in on an Oculus to go look at the metaverse that he's produced so far, it's far from where it's gonna be. But I mean, you get an idea of what they're shooting for and how they're doing it. So I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for it to grow, because I mean, it's going to open up so many avenues for people to have their business meetings, for people to have get-togethers there, and just like be able to kind of be there and talk. And yeah, it's kind of interesting. So
yeah, I mean, it's going to give people the opportunity to be like whoever they want to be in this world, like whoever they want to personify to be, they can be in this world, right? Like, so that's going to be the beauty of the metaverse, where nobody has this like hindrance or like this I guess stereotype in a sense where they could judge you off first sight. Like they're going to see you in the metaverse and you're going to be the character that you want to be, and they have the choice to interact with that. So that's, I mean, I think that's a big advantage of the metaverse. And I think like I don't know, I like that aspect of it, like where it's like not, it's gonna be like a judge-free zone, right? Or you'll be judged upon your peers in like-minded settings because only you guys will link up in that part of a metaverse.
yeah, no, I agree with you, and that's kind of cool. I hope people can keep it judgment free. It's kind of funny, like I went into one space on Oculus and you could see the groups actually subjugate themselves a little bit. So you'll have one group in one corner, another in another.
Yeah,
And it's interesting to see it
that's
all.
gonna happen naturally, though. I think, regardless, right? Like that happens since kindergarten, right? Like since you were a kid.
Yeah, cool people hanging out with cool people.
Yeah,
I
man,
think it's kind of
we
funny.
vibing, bro.
Yeah, exactly. My next article here, I'll just share it here. Boop, boop, boop. It kind of follows along with what you're talking about. Search queries for NFT and non-fungible tokens has become even more popular than searches for Dogecoin, blockchain, and even Ethereum. Google's keyword search data shows interest in non-fungible tokens, NFT, has surged to record levels, with traffic beating out search terms pertinent to many crypto assets ranked among the top 10. So, and you can see here, according to Google Trend, interests in NFTs saw a dramatic spike at the start of the year as Dapper Labs, NBA Top Shots, and vintage Ethereum-based NFTs saw frenzied speculation. But with that news, I have a feeling in some ways there is a little bit of a worry about a bubble that's potentially coming. So, but I mean, as long as they can include NFTs into the metaverse and into that, and kind of like align everything together along with the gaming and along with everything else, then for sure you're going to see NFTs change from where they're currently at, and the real world case use is actually coming out. And I don't think NFTs are really going anywhere, to be honest. It's going to
No,
be
no, I
interesting to
think
watch our growth.
I think the bubble that I think the bubble is kind of building up for certain type of NFTs, right? Like with the image NFTs might have a bubble, but if you're talking about NFT technology, no, like this is so the same way that Ethereum was able to actually put a what they call a smart contract or a notable document inside of a vault to or a message inside of a vault to go with along with a transaction. NFT gives us the power to put an image or a video to go with that, right? So like we're gonna have NFT grow to different heights. To see all these people get into the NFTs, Google talking about NFT or talking about how many people search for NFTs now. Like people want to know about this technology, right? And I think it goes to show like it may be some perspective bubble on certain types, but it goes to show like people don't realize like we're gonna always think it's gonna be a bubble, right? But like, what if there's just mass adoption? What does it mean? Like, if there's gonna be mass adoption, is it really a bubble? Like it can't be a bubble. If like it's mass adoption. What is the goal? Mass adoption, right? So like, it's almost like I want to almost be like pessimistic in a sense and be like, man, like it's so many people hyping up so many things. I'm almost scared, right? But like without us hyping it up, without the market doing its due diligence or its due deed in a sense, and bringing in these new investors, like how can we ever speculate on like mass adoption, right? And I think we're at a point where we could see cryptocurrency holders and adopters double within the next year. But go to think about that in another sense, that's only 18% of the population of the world.
That's
Like
insane.
it's 9% now, right? And we laugh about it sometimes when we talk about like, well, we're in the top, like we know some of the top 2% of the 9% right now. So think about that when there's 18% involved and you still know the top 2% of the 18% involved, right? So like where does this put you tier wise? So like in a respectful sense, like I love both sides of it, right? Like I think with all these big companies get involved, Facebook, you got Google, you got Amazon, you got fucking Elon pulling money out of Tesla shares, and everybody's wondering where it's going to go. So like it's going to be very interesting in whether if it's NFT market or Bitcoin market or a smart contract market. I think like that's why you see the uproot with this, with Bitcoin as well, like that new upgrade to be able to even put a smart contract on Bitcoin.
Definitely. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
that's one of my like key subjects right now that like I like right now, like is the like I've been making it a point to try to learn a little bit more about NFTs, right? And what makes them special. And that's what it is. It's like it's the next layer to the smart contract where you could
It's
actually put a video
yeah. It's the use
or image.
cases of it. It's going to be the use cases of the actual NFT.
Yeah.
These
I mean, think
pictures
about
or
it.
whatever, cartoons or whichever, are going to come. I don't think they're going to be as valuable as actual use cases of the tokens.
Yeah. Think about it, man. When you're able to take a video of a surgery and put it and take that, record that data, put it into a robot, and it can perform like a AI in a surgery, like an artificial intelligence surgery. That's like you can't do
That's
anything like
next level.
that's next level technology. Like you got to respect that, right? And it gets me
Yeah.
excited. Say, to my last article, man. Like, it's for me to just stay on that one all night. One thing that happened today was SHIB got listed on Change Hero. So Change Hero listed them today, and the beauty about Change Hero and this listing that they did, there's zero fees involved. So they're not charging any fees on the purchase or any fees on the way out. So it will definitely like give this like a little bit more volume. In a sense, I don't think SHIB at this point is difficult for a lot to buy, but that might be the circumstances where I live at. Not, I don't know the circumstances everywhere else, but anything that I think can give this some kind of a marketing edge as far as like less fees or more or less, and so to say, they might call it less accountability in a sense, right? So I think like if as long as they can they can keep pushing some type of marketing and get on these exchanges, I think that there's still another bull run for the meme tokens coming up.
I agree with you 100%. I love that. That's awesome. I like hearing Shiba getting somewhere else. I heard that they got with Gemini as well or something like that. They were going to list Shiba as well. So that's another big move.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's lots of avenues that Shiba is getting to get that, how do you say it, the people to actually start buying it and get the word out there again. They had that kind of dying off point, but it's going to be interesting when we see that conversations start coming back, more conversations, and that rocket kind of boost.
And it's funny, they're taking BigONE and Leash with it, right? Like they're taking their two respective native tokens. Me and you talking about, how long ago did we talk about Leash? And
oh, wow.
you know, like how, and now we like go back and look at the price and we're like, is that serious?
Yeah, it's crazy. I missed out on it, but that's okay. Everybody misses out.
This one busts, another one comes in 15 minutes. Always remember, guys.
Exactly. My article I'm going to share is kind of exciting. I think it's important, and I really hope this bill gets put into place. So I'll just open it up here. Senators introduced bill to amend new crypto regulations. President Biden had signed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which contained new reporting requirements for digital assets into law. On the same day, a bipartisan team of senators introduced a bill to amend those requirements, which is being viewed as overly restrictive. The senators stressed the importance of encouraging American innovation in the digital asset space. And do you know what? It's kind of funny, like when I look in the DeFi space and that stuff, a lot of the back end people, like you hear that there's a little bit of government involvement in everything, a lot of different people involved in it. Crypto ain't going anywhere. If the regulation's there, it doesn't mean that it's going to stay there forever. Change is going to happen. Evolution is going to continue to happen. And it's just kind of getting some of these old people off of their stigma of what cryptocurrency is and what it's doing. And once they're gone, it's the younger generation that are going to kind of take it over and evolve it to that next level. So
yeah, that was the perfect way of explaining that, Scott. I think you're hitting the head, like you hit the nail right on the head. It's like they might put some kind of regulation right now, and it's only because the old people that's caught up in the fiat system, they're super comfortable there, right? So this provides them with an exit while some people panic about people leaving stocks. You'll have people that's like greedy, right? And they'll buy it up. And this gives them an exit strategy for some of the older money to get out of the stocks and some of the older bonds and yields and the index trading that's going on, right? And it'll open up, revenue for their younger generation to get involved in crypto and to have a trust and a say, a trust, so to say, to invest in these markets, right? And maybe have some type of advisors, like I could potentially see, crypto advisors being a thing here in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, you do crypto, Scott, and I do as well. And we have friends that's going to ask us for advice and what cryptos to buy. Almost like if we were, financial advisors, if it was go and make 100x, they wouldn't give us anything. They would just scream and say thank you. But if it was to lose anything, they would be like, man, that thing you told me about was nothing, right? Like,
yeah,
so
exactly.
Kind of, how it goes back and forth and it can transcend. But I think overall, just like the narrative behind everything right now is everybody's trying to push for crypto to be something. So definitely interesting. I want to keep watching how everything unfolds, but definitely interesting times right now.
I agree with you. And
yeah, man.
So my favorite part, I get to hear this from you. I like this part. So.
Yeah, man. As you guys know, we like to wrap it up and give you guys a daily forecast of what's going on in the crypto market. Over the weekend, we've seen some highs from where we left at on Friday, around 2.65 to 2.8 trillion. They went up to the 2.98 to 3 trillion. And then today we had a 5.5% decline to 2.84 trillion. Bitcoin dominance right now is at 41.3, so about 0.2% up from what we've seen on Friday. Ethereum is at 18.4, so Ethereum still losing a little bit of their dominance. there's been a lot of talk about Solana recently, not financial advice, but I think that people should start really respecting what's going on Solana as far as their layer ones, their layer twos, and that goes around the board for any blockchain or any project that has their own blockchain right now. Kind of think about what's going on, like what they're building on top of it. Look into some of that stuff, and then again, the market's down 5.5%. Is pretty certain if you buy anything on a red on it today, the market is going to recover more than 5%. So interesting times, guys. As always, we appreciate you guys coming out, taking a listen to the video. If you like, subscribe, and comment, it'll help us with some content, as well as you can visit us on our other social platforms at Asia Blockcast, Telegram, as well as BigONE Exchange.
Yeah, and thanks to you guys for tuning in. I agree with everything that Vibrant said there, and like as he mentioned just at the end of it, like if you look at Ethereum versus Solana, there's one big difference. You can spend $400 in Ethereum and pay $200 in gas fee, or you can spend $400 in Solana and pay 10 cents or less than $1. That's the one thing that's holding up Ethereum right now. And until they get that rectified, I don't see the growth that potentially some of these other cryptocurrencies will get because of their lower gas fees. So excited to watch. So thanks again, though, for tuning in. And thank you again, Vivan, for being here too with me.
You already know, brother. As always, man, let's keep these bullhorns sharp. Let's ride this market wave the way it's supposed to be ridden. Until next time, guys. Peace.
See you guys later. Have a great day.